Hey, I'm Scott and I'm an American in Bangkok. Today I'm going to talk about the new 10-year visa announced by Thai immigration. Wow. This is a subject that has received a ton of attention from expats, and rightly so. For some, it might mean the end of their tenure here in Thailand. Apparently, the way that I understand it, it's actually a 5-year visa with a 5-year extension of stay. I don't know if you can continue to extend every 5 years. I don't know. I don't think that that's been made clear. I also don't know if, like, I'm on a 1-year extension of stay on a retirement visa, can I just extend for 5 years? I would like to be able to do so. It would be great if I could do so. Now, apparently, as I've read and as I understand to be correct, the fee for doing this, for making this visa or the extension of stay, is 10,000 baht, which is reasonable, considering that works out to about 2,000 baht a year, which is about what you pay now. And to qualify, you've got to be over 50 years of age, and you either have 3 million baht in the bank or 100,000 baht a month. Now, from what I've read on various forums and news sites and all the comments that have been left and the comments that I've received in the emails, some people say, oh, 3 million baht, that's a lot of money, I don't have it. You know, I'm getting a pension and it's only $1,500 or, $2,500 a month or whatever, and they don't qualify. So I would say that this doesn't surprise me, because people come to Thailand because it's a relatively inexpensive, comparatively speaking, it's an inexpensive place to stay, to retire. I don't know what the answer is, because the main thing is that if people are allowed to extend on a yearly basis, like I have a 1-year extension of stay, if I can continue to extend for 1 year, and let's say that I barely meet the minimum, and that to be forced to get a 5-year visa or 5-year extension of stay, I'm going to have 3 million baht in the bank or 100,000 baht, and let's say that I just bring in 70,000 baht. Well, that's going to be a problem for many people, and I think there's going to be an exodus of foreigners. However, as is the case quite often, a lot of the facts that are necessary to make really good decisions and really comment about this sort of thing don't come out all at once. They trickle out. Slowly but surely you get more information. Now, I personally don't think 100,000 baht a month as a retirement income is a huge amount, because you're talking about, that's about $3,000 a month. That's not really a huge amount. It may be for some people. Say that you're just on, you've just got, maybe you've got money in the bank and you're also using Social Security or something like that to qualify for the retirement visa, and then combined you're able to do so. Well, then obviously that might be a problem. I don't really fault the Thai government for doing this, because let's face it, a lot of places the cost of retiring is quite a bit higher. Places like Cambodia and where else? Maybe Laos, the cost is less, and it's easier to retire. I'm not sure about the Philippines. I think the Philippines is about the same. Maybe even a little bit less. But I think that Thailand is trying, or the recent government is trying to attract a different kind of foreigner, for better or worse. I think in a way, when you consider that most Thais are making maybe 15,000 baht, if they're lucky they're making 20,000 baht a month, I think it's a bit hypocritical. That's just my opinion, because it seems to me that the whole aspect of money and finances, and it's overtaking the good qualities that Thailand has that Thailand became known for, say, in the 60s and 70s, where it was the friendliness of the people, the openness, the warm hearts, and I guess money was still an issue, but it didn't seem that it was as much so as it is now. However, let's face it, money drives the world. Money may be the root of all evil, but money is a necessity, and money gives you options. And frankly, I think that it's going to get worse before it gets better. Now, if it got much worse, to me, this is not really all that bad. I think that it's still right on the realm of being fair to foreigners, but it's almost getting to the point where it's kind of like they're forcing people out, and they're not forcing people out, that they're putting people in a position where they're no longer able to stay here, and maybe they don't want as many foreigners here, and I can understand that too. I don't have a problem with that. But as someone who is married to a Thai and has been married for many, many years, and who has children who are almost grown now, I mean, Alex is almost 16, I think that there needs to be a little bit of leeway and a little leniency. I feel for the guys who come over and they're 70 years old, and now they got to get this medical insurance, which is I think it's something like what is it? It's $10,000 a year or something like that you have to be covered. Now my insurance covers me rather, for 600,000 baht, I think. I mean, it's not huge. And if it doesn't qualify, then it doesn't qualify. I mean, that's just the way it goes. I'll have to figure something else out. I'm not really worried about it. And really, that's all I got to say about it. I just don't know what else there is to say until everything is set in stone. Until you get all the stipulations from the immigration department that says, this is the deal. And it tells you everything. Because right now, there are people who are on a 1-year visa or stay of extension who are not sure of whether or not they're going to have to qualify for a 5-year visa in order to be able to continue to stay. And I think that's a pretty big if, because it is definitely much easier to come up with, say, what is it, 65,000 a month to be able to stay in Thailand than it is 100,000. I mean, you're going to eliminate those people in between, and like I said, I don't really think it's unfair, because if you want to get into a country and you want to live there, you got to go by their laws and their rules and all these kind of things. And I don't know, I think that Thailand has slowly tried to upgrade themselves. I think the problem is that in Western eyes, although they are making an effort, a lot of times they seem to fall short and of at least of foreign expectations. They might meet their own expectations, but what really counts is, I think it needs to be win-win for both parties. I think the government needs to be happy with the foreigners that are staying in the country, and the foreigners that are staying in the country need to say, okay, well, you know what, it's different from before, but I can handle it, it's not all that bad. And I think there are some people who think that way, and I'm kind of one of them. And if it really got that bad to where I was like, wow, I don't think I can afford this, or they've got too many stipulations, then I would get a marriage visa. And I just go that route. That's for me. Not everybody has that option. And I know that there are some people out there who may be thinking about getting married simply for the purpose of being able to stay in Thailand. And I believe there are some people that they've done that for many years, and maybe their relationship, which technically is a business relationship, only a business relationship, maybe that works for them. Whatever. But I don't think Thai immigration feels the same way. So I think there's going to be more and more people with marriage visas that are going to be looked at and more closely, because the government's going to want to make sure that people are not just saying, hey, listen, honey, I'll give you $20,000 if you marry me and we stay married for 10 years. I'll give you half up front and half after 10 years or something like that. I think the government, rightly so, again, wants to make sure that that kind of thing doesn't happen, and that their situation is not taken advantage of. Please click like, please click share. I think you know the drill by now if you've ever watched YouTube. So until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di, lap jerk and mine.